Hey guys, so we're seeing a big push for this, what's he called, Jack Polanski at the moment with the Green Party. And everyone is coming out now and saying Jack Polanski is the same as Zoran Mumadi, or what he's called, that guy from New York. They're trying to bring these two people together ideologically, culturally, and create a revolution in the UK that would allow this gap-toothed freaky boy to get elected as the leader of the country. I'm a little bit unsure that that's possible because, again, if you just listen to him and look at him and you manage to keep your food down, you're probably not going to vote for him if you've got a brain. But again, I don't want to get too far. I don't want to insult too many people. I don't want to skew your opinion. We'll go through this in a second. But I do want to just mention, guys, the Mamdani, whatever he's called, everyone is coming out and saying, well, this is a joyous celebration of diversity and how it's our strength. You know, this is all about bringing people together. It's not about anything else. No, it's not about anything else. It's not about just vindictive nastiness. It's not about just destroying white culture and white identity and taking your country from you, because that would be, well, I mean, it might be that. I mean, there's signs. There's a few signs, very subtle signs. Just you have to really, really pay attention to see them, because they're not just thrown in your face. They're not just completely thrown in your face and just squeezed right in your nose. They're not doing that. You've really got to pay attention to find these things. It's very subtle. So again, right, Mamdani wins, and of course, being gracious and with this just about being about diversity and nothing else, and just about being, welcoming people and bringing people together. We see these videos.
The name is Mamdani. M-A-M-D-A-N-I. The name is Mamdani.
Again, when I think of America, this is what I think about. I think of some weird-looking African women.
M-A-M-D-A-N-I.
Sharia law starts now. Absolutely. Zoran Mamdani, Islamic Caliphate, our brother in Islam, Islamic Caliphate of New York.
Yes, that's exactly what I think about when I think about America. An Islamic Caliphate starting in New York and spreading outwards with its cancerous lesions infesting more and more parts of the country. Yeah, that's exactly what I think about. That's what I think about when I think about diversity and how it brings people together. I mean, not white people, just everyone else against the white people that they seem to hate so much. But actually, some white people do get on board.
Starts today, baby.
God, there is just something so electric, so satisfying about knowing that my MAGA parents.
I love seeing unhinged white girls with their hands, as using their hands to speak. That's normal. Every time I see that, I'm like, oh, this is going to be a wonderfully calm and rational person.
Wherever they are probably having a horrible night tonight. Oh, I literally just got goosebumps thinking about it. Like they are in such a bad mood probably about the fact that Zoran just won and Prop 50 is gonna pass. Like, wow. God, I'm sorry. It just makes me feel good that my MAGA parents are probably upset right now.
Well, that's normal. So imagine that. You spend your entire life bringing up your child, caring for them, loving them, and you send them off to university, and then suddenly they hate your guts and they celebrate your own distress. That is completely normal, guys. That's not cultish behavior. That's just diversity. That's just bringing people together, bringing all the psychos together. Diversity is their strength, because they can't take over the country by themselves. They need every single person that hates your country to come together to do it as one.
When the day starts with Dick Cheney being dead, it ends with Mamdani winning. Oh, yes. Oh. I'm so happy.
Crazy eyes. Oh my God. What's with the jewelry again? Just filling your face full of lead. I mean, what are you doing, you psychos? Anyway, I don't want to judge the crazy people. It just does seem like, celebrating the death of a man while celebrating the fact that a person that's lived in America for only 7 years has took over New York and literally says that the immigrants are in control. I don't know, guys. There's certainly a side, and I don't think she's on yours. I don't think any of these people are. And it does make you wonder, like, it just took 25 years from this to electing a Muslim mayor. It is amazing what happens when you flood a city with Islamic immigrants for 20 years and you indoctrinate their youth constantly for those 20 years as well. It is remarkable what can be achieved. It's really remarkable. This one, I didn't realise, guys. This might be the worst vocal fry I've ever heard. When she starts talking, please resist the urge to rip your own ears off your head. And I promise you, you're not going to get ear cancer, but I can't guarantee it. I can promise you, but I can't guarantee it. I mean, it's kind of like a half-hearted promise. She might give you ear cancer by listening to this woman speak, and also make you dumber by at least several IQ points. But again, it's worth it because you need to understand these people, or at least understand what they don't understand, and that's important. Understanding just how little they understand the world around them. Let's find out why this girl is a victim.
People make being Muslim such a viscerally unpleasant experience. I was so excited when I first found Islam, like the comfort that I found in praying, the joy that I felt when I read Quran, the experience of like wearing hijab and like getting closer to God was so beautiful for me. And then over the year that I've been a hijabi, just noticing how different people treat me, the dehumanization that Muslims experience, the microaggressions that I get on the daily. I know that I've never experienced it because before I'm like,
all right, that's enough. Fuck me. So she goes on like that for too long. That again, like that. Tell me in the comments, is that the worst vocal fry you've ever heard? Like, oh my God, I'm such a victim. Right. She goes on about being a victim and how she's harassed by people, but I don't think that's got anything to do with her being a Muslim. I think it's because she's a retard and she sounds awful. Could you imagine having a conversation with this woman without wanting to commit homicide? That's literally the worst voice I've ever heard on a woman ever. And you've got the eyes, you've got the piercings, you've got everything coming together. You've got the fucking hijab. Yes, people look at you and treat you different because you're super weird. These people say they don't want to be victims, right? I think she said that. I wasn't listening too much. I can't. This is the second time I've had to listen to this. But she said that she doesn't want to be a victim. Or she goes on to say this, like, who would want to be a victim? Why? I'm not wearing this to be a victim. I would say the opposite. You know, all you people, you dye your hair weird colours, you stick your face full of metal, you adopt a vocal fry that is impossible to listen to. You fail to educate yourself, and then you wear things and adopt barbaric religions that suppress women while claiming to be the victim of people going, well, that's a bit weird. I don't think you're a very rational human being, especially when these women, actual Muslims, right, living in the Middle East, these women were brave enough to say that, yeah, we really don't like Islam, actually. We're not a leftist white retard that suddenly wants to convert to the worst religion in the world. No, these were principled women, and because of that, they were paraded around the street in a cage and burned alive. So yeah, you might have some pushback from your friends and family, or even just people you meet who don't like the ear cancer that you're inflicting on them, right? You might get some pushback by those people, but I'm pretty sure you're not getting burned alive, are you? They're probably just going, anyway, I've got to go. You know, like, I don't like you. And the same with Harry Eccles. This is Harry Eccles. You might have seen him. He's a clinical nurse, so not smart enough to be a doctor. He's a specialist in addiction, whatever that means. He's a trade unionist, a socialist. Of course he is. I've noticed that, well, very, very dumb people or very manipulative people are socialists. And he's tweeting an England flag, but not the one that we like. No, this one's got a black cross. Don't know what that means, but I can work it out. So he's saying that he thinks that X needs to be investigated because of its right-wing opinions. In other words, it allows people to have right-wing opinions, and he doesn't like that. He wants it locked down. He likes the old Twitter, where it was just an echo whatever you call it, that echo chamber of left-wing voices. He prefers that, you know, shutting down any kind of dissent, any kind of rational thought. That's probably for Harry, but Harry looks like this. Say no more. A soy-drinking hippie wanker. They know exactly what they do. They're engagement farming and they're rage baiting. This guy probably earns a healthy living on X just by winding white people up and saying, this isn't your country now, and all this shit. They're all about inclusion, except, you know, if you love your own country and you happen to be white, because there's nothing better for these guys than seeing more rapists and murderers on the streets of the UK. And this is a perfect example, right? Carrie was one of the people that was saying, tear down those England flags. Those England flags are completely divisive. It's disgusting. The England flag does not represent anyone but the English, and that's why it's a big problem. Yet at the same time, you've got this happening in Birmingham. You see, it's fine when they do it, guys. It's fine when they do it. You'll have the fat libtards on the left celebrating this because, you know, of course. And yeah, the difference is quite stark. So these people want to kick Israel out of FIFA and they want to ban Maccabi Tel Aviv, or however you say that name, from playing in Birmingham or even England because they're Jewish. Whereas the England flag just represents the English and is meant to bring people together. One of those gets banned. The other one is allowed to fly proud and tall, maybe because our parliament's been infested by Islamists. It might have something to do with that. And most of these council leaders, especially in Birmingham, they're all Muslims anyway, so they're not going to ban the flag, are they? Because it isn't really about diversity, is it, guys? It's about inclusion and coming together for them and their people. And Islam will use the left-wing causes and say, yeah, I support you. Come into my corner until I gain power and I can murder you. That's fine. It's all about inclusion, except for English culture, American culture, Australian culture, the Anglosphere. It's almost like there's a concerted effort to destroy our heritage, our history, our culture, and our future. Anyway, part of that involves useful idiots or outright liars. You can work out which one these two are.
Which one of us is more English?
If you ask Tommy Robinson, I'm English, he's not.
I just want to say on that, Tommy Robinson does not believe that at all. Tommy Robinson says that being British doesn't mean being white. In fact, he said it's not white people. What does British mean? It's not white people.
I just want a Britain where British people are put first. And that's it. Just British people are put first.
Who are those British people?
It's not white people, it's British people.
Right. Does it include me?
Of course it includes you, yeah.
Does it include Muslim?
Of course it includes Muslims.
So shoot the messenger all you want, guys, but that's what he said. These guys are still promoting the myth that Tommy Robinson is a far-right devil that is basically akin to Hitler. I think that they're doing this on purpose. I think that Tommy Robinson is the bulwark that will stop the true right, the right that will save this country, the people that want mass deportations, that don't accept this kind of nasty bullshit. I think Tommy Robinson is probably there to stop people like myself having a voice, because we're way too far if we're further right than Tommy.
Which one of us is more English?
If you ask Tommy Robinson, I'm English, he's not.
But both of our parents were born abroad.
My parents were born in Ireland.
And my parents were born in Pakistan.
Okay, well, he's Irish and you're Pakistani. And also, going by the statistics, you, sir, have probably been involved in something illegal.
It's not that.
Moving on. So, like I said, I do not think that this is about diversity, guys. I think this is about humiliation. We're seeing these pop up all over the world. This one's in Sydney in Australia. Why is there a 10-foot bronze statue of a black woman in Sydney, Australia, with her cornrows and visible scalp, which is so attractive, by the way. Love it. I mean, who doesn't want to look into the 10-foot dead eyes of a black woman? Fuck me. God knows what this has to do with Australia, but it doesn't, does it, guys? It is all about ritual humiliation. It's about rubbing your nose in something that doesn't belong there. We're seeing this in New York. We're seeing this everywhere right now. These weird weird statues popping up celebrating blackness and whatever that means, which, by the way, if I'm going to be honest, judging by these statues, blackness just means soulless dead eyes, fat, saggy-titted women, massive mongoloided-headed infants, and disinterested, toxic, phone-addicted black women with a poor body shape. And again, this is just what I'm going on. I mean, I've got nothing else to go on apart from the statues. This is what they you've got, look at that statue in the background. You've got the statue of David, one of the most beautiful statues. I mean, it's a replica, right? It's probably even not David, right? But still, right? You got that, one of the most beautiful statues in the world, and then someone goes, "Yeah, I can do better. I can do better than that. Look at this black woman with her hair raked back, just staring at a mobile phone with her dead eyes. Yeah. Look at that. That's way better, right? It's all about humiliation, guys. This is a perfect example, right? I say we. The Muslim bloc elects a Muslim mayor into a Muslim area, and the first thing they do is ban Christmas celebrations. This is just after like their Eid celebrations, which I think go on for a fucking month. No. Let's ban Christmas, basically. And they hinted that it may not return in future years. So they're going to cancel the event in 2025 and say, hey, it's probably not going to come back. I mean, who wants to celebrate Christmas in England? Certainly not the Muslims, but diversity is your strength, apparently. And we have to wonder, guys, we're looking at politics right now, and these guys are... If this is the future of British politics, and these are the people coming through now, I give up. I just give up. If we let these people get elected, if we let these faces be the voice of UK politics, British politics, then that's it. It's over. It's game over. We need to start getting ourselves into positions of power. We need to start running for mayor, or councillor positions. We need to start running for the MP positions. You can't just go to your 9 to 5 and just think you're going to be okay when the lunatics have taken over the asylum. We thought things were bad before. Can you imagine how bad it would be when you've got these people or these people running things, celebrating your downfall, celebrating the fact that people you respect die? I mean, I'm not saying I respect Dick Cheney. I mean, geez. But still, like Charlie Kirk, dancing, celebrating. That's not normal. These people are not normal. They seem to have a very strong voice. They seem to have a very loud voice. And they're being co-opted as useful idiots by an ideology that practices taqiyya. Taqiyya being the system in Islam that allows them to lie openly to further their cause. So, I mean, when you've got this happening, and you've got... I think a lot of people really struggle with the idea of duplicity. The fact that people can lie to them openly and deceive them right to their face. They can say the opposite of what they actually believe and know to be true. And the reason that I think a lot of people really struggle with this in the West is because we've had such a wonderful high trust society for so long that we're seeing now a sinister and malevolent form of politics, social justice, and just outright liars flood our countries. That is something that we're not quite used to, but we need to get used to it quickly. We need to get used to understanding that people will just lie to your face about anything, as long as they get their goals and their ambitions passed into Parliament or US government, Australian government, doesn't matter. As long as their agendas and their goals are furthered, they will openly lie to your face. That is not something that people want to do in the West because, again, we've been a high trust society for so long, but we are no longer in that society. The wolves are inside the hen house. The gates of Toledo are wide open. The barbarians are here, and they're lying to you, telling you that they're your friend. They mean you the best. They don't have any ulterior motives. They just want diversity because it's it's your strength. The country will get better when we start understanding what's happening, recognizing it, and then shutting these people down and calling them the barefaced, cheeky little bastard liars that they are.